Danganronpa.
Down the layers, but I gotta spell something out as well. H-I. Hair.
Now I understand.
There wasn't any hair?
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yeah.
Yes. And if I were the culprit,
Why would I need to clean up my own hair?
why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Yeah.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Well then what about the body?
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yeah.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Thank you, finally!
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
I mean, in a proper court of law, I don't think so.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Such as?
I would like to hear these reasons.
Me too, please speak of these things.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
The door handle?
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then
Yes.
fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
The door handle.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
It's gotta be the door handle. There doesn't seem... Okay, then it actually is the door handle itself.
I got it!
There we go.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
My doorknob, the bathroom doorknob, the one that's broken.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
No, because I know how to open it.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then.
Boys' rooms don't have locks.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Alright, this time I'm gonna try to properly read this bit because I did not read well. Okay, from here on out, the number of words spelling starts growing up. Okay. So there's gonna be more now. Oh god. Use the truth bullets on the wrong one, and not only will you fail what to say, but only... Okay, so that, yeah. So I got multiple truth bullets, or... Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay! Bathroom door, okay.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yes.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
That looks like it! There's no locks!
No, that's wrong.
There are no locks in the boys' bathrooms.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
It's broken.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because mine's broken. It doesn't fit the frame.
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yes, he can.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
Don't remind me.
That's not lucky at all!
Actually, in this case, it is lucky, because it's helping me prove that I'm not the killer.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked.
But
So they
Sayaka
tore
did.
apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Why would that be?
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
What? The killer would... What? Well, what's that then? Change his... Culprit took... Is it the names? Oh, what if it's the names? Nope, that ain't it.
Shoot!
Ooh!
I got it!
Well, it was in my room,
The
but the
killer
names...
must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
No, but
That's inconceivable!
But I have an idea on why they thought it was Sayaka's room.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms,
That's right.
which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
Then it would have had a lock.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Pointless.
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening. Right?
I know the trick to open it.
That is a definite possibility.
You're just a jackass. You know that, Byakuya?
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Thank you!
Okay, then who did do it?
Well, 1 down, 12 more to go.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
You are... Just go away in the corner.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Oh, no, that's just the worst idea. You're act first and think later, aren't you?
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
But what?
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
That would be?
Oh, you.
Wow, she is not popular with the other girls.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
That's a good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
That is a really good question.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That
No.
seems way too convenient.
Yeah. Plus, I gave her the key, so she wouldn't have done anything unless she did it right after she got... No? Well, when did she get the knife, then? Because I gave her the key in that, so...
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
It's a possibility.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
No, that is true.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
That would be...
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
Strangely enough, that would make sense.
No, that can't be it either.
I mean, it would have to be that she let them in, but at the same time, she was freaked the hell out.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
And you're just a giant asshole.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she was freaked the hell out?
I got it!
The keys.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
She was freaking the hell out, so why would she let someone come into the room?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
What?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
What? What the hell? Is that a note?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Oh, I remember. That's a trick that cops use, isn't it?
And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Yeah.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
So, what does it say?
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
What?
Huh?
In my room?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I never!
No, I didn't. But
Then Sayaka?
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Yeah, it's got
Sayaka's
Sayaka.
signature.
It's got her name right at the bottom.
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She
Ooh.
must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
So it's a man then.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
That's, well...
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
How would you know?
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yeah, what makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Go for it, we're all ears.
Very well then. Pay attention.
And we're back to this.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Not exactly, because our name, the names on our doors were switched.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that...
No, that's wrong.
That seems the most obvious one to hit.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Yeah, someone switched it.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
So wait, did Sayaka...
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Yeah, it'd be no problem whatsoever. It wouldn't be that hard to mistake for which one.
And the one
I
who
did.
switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
So wait, are you telling me that Sayaka set this up?
Right?
Wait, did Sayaka set this up, then it backfired, and then she died because of it?
Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
What does it say? What does the note say? There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Just the two of us. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched. But
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She set me up. Sayaka set me up.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
Because they were trying to set up a murder and frame me for it.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
No, because she had the knife. Why would she invite... Unless she tried... Oh my god, okay. What if Sayaka invited the person over, switched rooms with me and the names, invited that person over, tried to kill that person in order to frame me by having it in my room? But then again, I could easily say, oh, I switched with Sayaka, but then she could easily say, no, we never switched. Oh my god, my head is spinning right now.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Yeah, but it doesn't say my name.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Yeah?
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
It's a possibility.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Well, Sayaka told me it looked cool, so I kept it in my room.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
That's just like it's a wooden sword, isn't it?
Seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
That would explain the gold.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Well, there's gold on there.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen.
There's a gold
There's something
dust.
glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Yeah, that stuff gets everywhere.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Yep.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? Well, I think I have a clear understanding of what happened. What does this mean? There's a bit more to learn. Let's learn this then. Are you getting used to these notes? Okay. Only one of those. Okay. So the Q key, alright. Press and read the Q. Oh, okay. Or you can use the mouse. Good luck, have fun. Oh god, multiple ones. Okay, replica sword, kitchen knife.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
No.
Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No, there's something not right here. I don't think...
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
It wasn't.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out,
We have 3 bullets, replica sword,
the culprit grabbed
sword,
the
sword,
sword,
stand.
and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak
I
attack.
want to say this. Nope. Okay. Well, I just buggered that up.
When the fighting broke out,
Then the stand.
the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Oh, I got it.
That's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
No, it doesn't sound right. Why would you go over and then try to kill someone when you've been invited over? And Sayaka had the knife, the more dangerous weapon.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
That's true as well.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Unless the sheath was used like a shield, a self-defense weapon.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
I mean, you could hit someone in the head with it.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
But then, wouldn't the gold be on her hands, not her wrists?
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her hands, they're clean, but her wrist has the gold. Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
That gold dust gets everywhere.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Why would you do that, though?
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Okay, you've got issues, but no. Why would you wash your hands if you're being murdered?
No, that's not it at all.
The water's off!
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower lately.
Wait, what?
Oh my.
You haven't showered once yet?
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult. That's meant to be an insult, not a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheet with the kitchen knife was
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
She got it. She used it. She got the person over. She tried to kill them.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
She was the mastermind.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yes.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
I knew it.
was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
As the murderer.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Yeah, Nicole would have.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
I won't deny Nicole is a bit of a pushover.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Popularity.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Okay, but that still leaves who killed her?
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Makoto, it is. It makes the most logical sense.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it! Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
We have a time limit?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Okay.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Then who did it?
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
I don't think we do.
Die! Die!
Saying that ain't helping.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Well, we had the furnace. The furnace was
It's easy
put
just
on.
to say, hey, decide who did it.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
There is.
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
But it's a number.
Dying. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Is it just me, or does that look like those ones join? Oh my god, I figured it out. Look at it upside down. It's not 11037. If you look it up upside down and put those two ones as an N, it comes out as L-E-O-N. Leon!
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes, because of her index finger. Was it her right or left? Oop, wrong one.
Shoot!
I was thinking it back to front, but I'm just shocked that I figured it out already. Her left index finger.
I got it!
I always get right and left mode up.
Finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. What the heck do those numbers mean?
It ain't numbers, it's words!
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
She figured it out!
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
An N.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but...
It's an N.
Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Upside down!
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
She figured it out!
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
L-E-O-N. Leon!
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What?
Caught red-handed. Literally.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Is it?
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Is it?
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
But if you were lying down where she was...
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Oh, it's more than a stretch. It makes sense.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
What is she going on about? Is she talking about the furnace and what we found there? This?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
Yes, that makes sense.
And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
You're speechless, aren't you?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
True.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Like what, that crystal ball?
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
How it was disposed of, when it was disposed of, where it was disposed from.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Do you?
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
True. But there was a glass ball. Who's to say that the ultimate baseball star couldn't chuck it and throw it into the incinerator, huh?
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Oh, I've got you cornered, mate.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Yes, but you could easily throw it in.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's you, idiot. Crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So
True.
the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
Oh,
Which means
no.
the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
You idiot. But I know how to get this. I know exactly where to go.
The key to the trash room.
Keep going.
Whoever was on cleaning duty
Not
must
this
have
one.
had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
No.
And you'd have to get close
That!
to the incinerator in order...
You don't need to get close. Because you've got an arm that can throw the hell out of it.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Oh, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Like a baseball. You throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Burn, maybe burn.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
He turned it off.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Makes all perfect sense.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Oh yeah, it would have been gone like that.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
True, but we have an ultimate baseball star.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Not for you.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so.
The ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer!
Uh-huh.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
The smallest dogs yap the loudest.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Got it.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. Now here's what happened.
Okay, let's read this. So this is another thing. This is wait, it's a comic book? Left mouse, okay. Here goes another new thing. So we literally have a comic book, okay. So, we have this. They would have gone to her room. Saika would have attacked. Grabbed the sword. No, yes. She comes full force. You would use it as like a defensive weapon. Then you strike back. Dropping the knife. Running to the bathroom and trying to open it. She's terrified. What else? Oh, wait, no, I might have gotten it wrong. I want to say that, but that's already in there, so maybe this? Yeah. He's got the knife. Okay, so... will he try to open the door? Maybe? Or... yeah, that seems right. Open the door. Oh yeah, he's already got it open, so... after you would have killed her... okay, so after you would have killed her, you would have cleaned up. Yeah, that's right. Gone there. The crystal ball. Chucked it like hell. Then done the same to his shirt. Thinking that everything's okay until that was left. And if I go back, I think, her dying message.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I'd put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I'd told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Got ya.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object!
Oh god, he ain't gonna shut up now.
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I am? I have the evidence? Okay then. What's the evidence though? Oh god, this is something entirely new. So, I got a timing- oh my good god. What? Ay. So I got left click while shooting them down? Oh my god, this is a new... This is gonna take me a couple of tries, I bet. And I got a truth bullet to shoot him, and then that will destroy... okay.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
Let's get started with this, shall we?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance!
Okay, and...
You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
Okay, I'm going to have it.
You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Shut up!
Oh, here we go! Finishing blow.
Where's your proof?
The toolkit, bitch!
This should prove it. The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
A screwdriver, obviously.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Yep.
Only the boys got toolkits. So the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Leon, can we see yours?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? The screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh?
Caught ya!
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
I like her.
Stupid.
Looks like we got him. Oh, wow. He is losing it.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Caught him. Wow, I did really good. A-class, baby! I'm good at this shit. I got 77 medals? Damn! I'm gonna get so much shit now.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Only you would do that.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Voting time. And it's Leon! Come on down for your punishment, my friend! Looks like you got it right on the money! The Blackened, in this case, the one who killed Sayaka?
Yahoo!
It was nothing other than Leon!
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch! What the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
You had a choice. You could have left. You could have left that room and told us what happened. It was Killer B. She ran into the other room.
So, that's why...
I had to kill her first.
None of you are any different!
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
In this case, I was lucky. I dodged a major bullet.
Hey, come on!
Everything became quiet. Oh, everything became clear. It's all because of the video. That video pushed her over the edge. It is Monokuna's fault, but Leon's just as much to blame. That video pushed her over the edge. It would put... anyone's video would push them over the edge. And that was Sayaka's dream, and seeing it destroyed?
Why? Why? No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
What did you say?
Phew!
Unlike I really do. Yep. Psycho. Oh. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! It is his fault! He showed the videos! He's the one who's to blame! All of it. Everything! It's all your fault!
That's enough.
But...
Calm down.
Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
I will get you, Bear. I will get you.
Yes, indeed.
The blackened Leon will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
You could have left, man. You could have ran to your room, then gone in the morning and told us what happened.
You mean execution?
Wait a second!
Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay? Do you understand?
So, that's why...
Stop it, okay? He's already gonna die, so... Do we really need to drag this out any longer?
Oh,
Are you saying you were close to anyone? You want? He killed your... I can't say Leon... I can't... I was trying to be friends with both Leon and Sayaka, and they're both gonna die! Well, one's dead and the other's going to die.
Huh? Unbelievable. Hey,
This doesn't feel like justice at all. It's not justice. Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, moving... More importantly...
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's hurry up and get get what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
No begging, no excuses. You must pay the price for breaking the rules.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. What the hell? What the hell? Is that a baseball stadium? Huh? What is that? We have to watch? What we saw... That was the... Oh my god.
Extreme!
You are a sociopath!
I can't take it.
If no one kills anyone, then no one will have to go through that, but...
Well?
Does he have, like, special deaths for all of us? Oh, he's not talking this time. The outside world and actually live for forever. But that's only if you...
Damn you!
Dan, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this to us? Doing this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some sort of dark well, you are! You're evil!
Say what?
Well...
Hey,
Oh, God.
Shit.
What happened? What happened? Became more than one of you wanted to get out, right? No matter how many times you can cut free from... Oh, God.
What does this mean?
What are you talking about? Trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper horrible in there. Just like before.
thrills, chills, kills!
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said enough. I've got to say. I need to say some for the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there with Leon's corpse. Oh. This is oh my god. Hopefully no one tries to kill anyone again.
Just a second.
Nicole, can I talk to you for a second?
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I suppose you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you?
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. She was thinking of me. You can just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that. Or only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can... Don't you think? Her final thoughts was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used that she did write the name down. If she didn't change what happened, she never would have left that message.
Certainly. Anyway,
She could have killed someone, which is why her
right.
Why are you telling me all this? Because you're kind of person who could overcome this. Because you can move past the death of your friends, Saika and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the other more possible their death. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Saika? Well, I have a high expectation from you. As she said that, she smiled.
Hey.
By the way, I had to applaud. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Saika? Oh, well. I'm psychic. Makoto.
What?
Huh? Kidding, I just have very good... Well, I'm just good at reading people. That's the end of chapter 1. Down to 12 now. To be continued.